This is information about your class. You want to go here for, if you have a question, you may find an answer in this video. The second page, this has information about my office hours. They are virtual, we are online, but when you're wanting a question, I will be available. You can send me an email and I can respond during these times, 11 to 2 on Monday and Wednesday, and 11, oh, see, let me see, yeah, 3 to 6 on Tuesday and Thursday. Fridays are by appointment only. Oftentimes, I might return an email. If you send it, it depends on what I'm doing at the office, whether or not I can respond. If I'm in the office, I will respond immediately. But if not, your guarantee is to check on Monday and Wednesday, Tuesday and Thursday during these office times, and I'll have an answer for you. Or, yeah, I may send you to another place, but you can get some feedback. So we'll stop here, go to the next slide. This is an important page for you to read through. I'm not going to read everything, but there's several things that you have access to. Now, the blue highlighted areas are not available. This is a copy, so I don't think you can, yeah, it's a video. You're not going to be able to go directly to your source, but you can go to your web advisor and find your ICR or information course requirements. Now, the first section is on SAR, it has to do with disabilities. So in order for me to work with you, if you have a disability, that's creating a problem for you to complete the course, I do need information here from SAR's documentation before we can go any further. Usually little stuff we can work it out, but if it's a major like reading, dyslexia, things like that, you'll need to get with your SAR people, and there's numbers there available for you. I think campus carry, you know the rules. Now we're not on campus now, so they do keep a very tight ship, so to speak. Police patrolling the areas. There are some activities that go on campus that are planned on and through different organizations. But so you don't have to worry too much about this one. Course evaluation. There is a time period where you will be able to evaluate the course, and it's between 127 and 0311 that you can come in and evaluate the class. And it's always beneficial for us to have feedback on the class and see how it's working and give suggestions. We appreciate it. On this slide, you'll find some important information around your textbook. It's at the bottom of the page, and it is required for your course. You can pick up a copy at the bookstore, or you can also go to a good source is to go to Amazon, and you can get a really pretty good price on used books, edition 11, if you go that route, and it might save you a little bit of money. They are a little difference from the 11th edition to the 12th edition, so you'll be maybe some conflict with not conflict, but little variations in the pages, but it's pretty easy to navigate. The other one's Title 9, talks about discrimination, and that includes, and that can happen online. So you want to be sure, and if there's any situation you're concerned about, you can contact me regarding any kind of harassment. There's also a thing on Title IX about pregnancy, childbirth, etc. So you can go to this page for information about that. This is a pretty simple grading process here. You have units. It's an 8-week course. We'll have 7 folders. You open up a folder. There's information about your assignments. There's a place to submit your papers, and these 7 grades are averaged equally together. So here's a legend for you to take a look at, and information about the course. Check emails and announcements daily. Do weekly assignments. Watch videos and research. Participate through discussion board, and check in once a week for attendance. Art Appreciation is a general education course. It's open to all design principles in the layman's point of view. So I'll be breaking things down for you to understand how to look at a painting, critical evaluation. We'll look at selected works of work, painting, sculpture, architecture, through art history, and see where we can make connections in our everyday lives. Things are parallel, and history repeats itself. So you might start thinking about, as you go flipping through the book, where we are right now in this time period, how it might relate to a period in art history. This particular slide talks about, it breaks it down, and it gives some pretty clear information about your assignments. In the first week, there's an introduction, and I'll be using some art 21 with art of the 21st century that we'll be looking at. Also the first week, there's some definitions of art, perception, creativity, and purpose, function of art that we'll explore. Week 2, the 5 W's, that's who, what, when, where, and why. It's going to help us learn how to research and what to look for when we study art. We'll spend some time exploring the elements of art, the principles of design, and we go another week on that. The elements of art, principles of design is continued. It's a complex process of learning about. Its subject matter is really easy for us to take a look at and describe. Everybody can describe subject matter. That's a tree in a forest, etc. But in looking at the elements and principles, they're very much like commas and punctuation if you were writing an essay, only this is through visual communication. It's an important leg of the stool. There's like 3 legs in a stool. It's the medium, the subject matter, and the elements and principles of design. It's how it's put together. The number 6, we'll take a little bit of time to look at mediums. Painting, drawing, sculpture, architecture. You'll be writing a paper about that one. And then 7 and 8, there's so many movements, and we don't have time to explore every one of them, but I will be asking you to select one to do your research paper. It will be a culmination of everything we've been learning the first 6 weeks put together, and so it'll be the most complex paper that you do this semester. And the last page, additional information, you'll want to read through that. Sometimes we are promoting critical thinking, and through this important life skill as valuable and marketable skill for the workplace, through your college education, you may encounter material and that's controversial, or you may be uncomfortable. So you want to talk with me about it if there is a problem, and realize and be flexible and understand that this is to create discourse regarding critical thinking. And the resources that you see below, of course, again, I remind you, you're not going to be able to open these up, the highlighted areas, but if you go into your information course requirements, which is in your web advisor, you can open this up immediately, or probably be able to cut and paste this. It is your responsibility to drop the course. Faculty can do that, but I choose not to. I think it's your responsibility to finish the course, and this being asynchronous, you're able to go in and work different assignments. Now, that doesn't mean it happens in every course, but in my class, there's some flexibility of when the papers are turned in. You do want to be on time. You can rewrite a paper if you want to improve a grade, and we go all the way to the finish line before. I think in these COVID times, we need to be flexible. Things are changing constantly, and so this flexibility will ensure you're being able to finish the course. And some other important things below: academic calendar, student handbook, um, access course evaluation, and of course, attendance requirements. Okay, that's it. I hope this will be helpful and look forward to working with you. Bye bye.